Hi guys, I'm back again. I'm currently working on my regular car over here, which is my Baja. Getting some work done to it finally again. Still got other things I need to do. Installed a couple of other parts onto the car. Changed over the box, got rid of the box, put this new box inside over here. The person that gave me this, very nice price and everything, was Nicholas Washington. Fantastic guy. Perfect racer and a gentleman from Brooklyn Large Scale Drag Racing. So here's what we're going to do right now for tonight. This is going to be a little short video so people know currently they had a question. I get a message through YouTube from one viewer. His name is Monty Clanton. Sounds like a very nice person. He had a very good question. His question is as follows. Hi, nice job. I'm looking to remove front shocks and towers. Can you tell me where I can get the front brace? Well, Monty, on this particular car, I use the existing parts. I do have connections where I can get you a different setup, directly bolt on to the front. And if you want to do a bolt up to the rear, which would probably be this style. I'd have to find out prices for you and anything, that you would probably need in order to do this. The front shocks are FG shocks. They were purchased from DDM. And everybody should know this part over here when you get really close to it, because I don't really show much close views of the car, but I'll be going through the whole vehicle, sooner or later, bit by bit. What was done to this car was there was two parts I used. This one part over here, which comes from the rear of the car, and this one part here, okay, which is an S, which is actually this part. Okay, so the part would be this. This is the part that I took. I cut this in half, put this in through here, and it comes up as an L. So that's cut. That's this piece cut and flipped out. One hole here, one hole there. Then the cross brace, here I happen to have one black, right? Then the brace from the rear is this brace over here. Okay, so when this is flipped out, okay, because this part is normally the one that goes here, so once it flips out in the other direction, this is the piece that goes across like this. That makes that part. Okay, of course, you got to cut it. When you're putting the screws on, what you're going to do, find yourself a decent screw that goes across to the other side. Okay, then you're going to tighten this plate to the arm in the back. So there's a little nut which you can't see, it's behind here. That freezes this part to this part. Okay, and then with the extension of the screw, now this piece here won't shift back and forth at all. Okay, so once that piece is not shifting, then you can install the FG shocks. These shocks were purchased at DDM. Okay, and I have other people that, if you want, could get a different type of brace. But if you're looking to cut some costs, you happen to have these two parts, pretty doesn't win races. Okay, find something that's practical. You have to sit down, think of what you want to do. The way I came up with this is I set the shocks in, dropped the car where I had to put it. I put a block underneath the car and went looking all around the house to see what I could find, and it came up with these two. I changed this front end probably about 4 or 5 times in order to get something that I wanted to get, so it works out in the best way it can be. So again, you're gonna have this part, which is over there, and this part here, which is the front. Okay, we go more into the car over here. I have my motor, it's been redone. Hopefully it's just fine. Okay, got my battery box set up, carbon fiber front set up. Then I have my brace, have my Traxxas box. I like the little heavy battery. Everybody normally puts the smaller batteries, but I kind of like the big one because I just like Nikon's better. That's just my personal opinion. Okay, the back of the car is FG shocks. Okay, custom wheelie bar in the rear. This wheelie bar alone is probably like 28 years old. Okay, I don't have the body on it now, but the body is pretty much, the back wing is handmade. carbon fiber front. Carbon fiber rear. 2-speed setup is pretty good. What I have over here. Yeah, maybe on another video we'll get into the particulars on how to set up a car. So in what Monty was talking about right over here, if you just turn around and look for parts, you could probably do this yourself. It's not very hard to do. But if you want, I'll put my email address down, okay? And I can find you somebody that has a part that I like, that would be perfect for the car, not give you problems. This does not give me an issue at all. I'm just one, I don't like to do what everybody else does. I like to do what I like to do. But there's certain parts out there who I back up. One person I back up all the time, he does my 2-speeds parts, is Roderick Metz. Fantastic person when it comes, because everything he does works. Every part he does, he tests. If he gives me a part, I check the part. If I find issues, report it back to him, corrects the issue, done. He could just continue doing what he needs to do. So if anything, we could talk about this through my email. Hook you up with Roderick Max also. Fantastic person. Thumbs up. And again, thank you, Monty. There you are. You get a big shout out. Thank you for the question. Okay. If anything else you need, just drop me a line. So one thing I have to say for the end of the evening is, hey, see you at the line.